before?
Well, I did on the going away when he joined late that time, but it's been
Ah,
good to have him on this one.
Sorry about
Had to
that.
rub that in a little bit, but no, but
Right?
yeah, we did meet, and I was hoping to get on the next one with him, but I know he showed up. I didn't, so today's the first day, and I'm looking forward to it.
there you go.
Hello.
Likewise, Pat.
Hi, everyone.
And Christine. Hi, Christine.
How you going?
Hey, Christine, nice to see you.
Good to see you.
See you.
Did
All
you
right,
get
we'll
some
get started.
sleep?
There's other people coming. Yeah, Brian. Oh, yeah, a few up, but we'll get started. Oh, hang on. Let them in first. Bear with me.
Pat, are you on LinkedIn too?
I am. I hardly ever use it anymore, but I'm on there. I
Oh,
think
okay,
it's
because
on
I'll send
Pat or
you.
Patrick Dreyer, I think.
Okay, buddy. And how about you, Christine? Hey,
I
Brian.
know she's on it. We're friends.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
definitely on. I'm on LinkedIn. Yes.
All right. I'll send you a connection too. How you doing this morning, Brian?
So,
Hey, Brian.
Mark, what's your last name, Mark?
Good morning, Mark. Good morning,
Newsome.
Brother Peter,
Oh,
John, and
Mark
Pat
Newsome.
was
Yeah.
in the house.
Okay.
Good morning, Sister Christine. Mr. Vangelis, I enjoyed talking with you this week.
G'day,
And
Brian.
Mary Stanley's back. Woo,
And
woo.
Mary's here.
Hey,
I
Mary, nice to see you. Wow.
haven't met Mary before, I don't think.
Thank you very much.
Mary, meet Christine.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Right.
Thank you.
We'll get started. Hey, everybody, welcome to episode number 192 and the last one for 2024, which
Bummer.
which leads me into the topic for today, which is your biggest takeaways of 2024. Okay, think about that. It's been an interesting year to put it, and I think that would be an understatement as far as I'm concerned, but we'll let it go. For those people who are watching the replay on this, I'd like you to listen very carefully to this piece of free advice, and that is John and Mark, Pat Dreyer, Christine, Vangelis, Mary, and Brian are here, ready and available to talk to you. These people are extremely good. They're professional. They know what they're all about. They've been doing this for quite a long time. And to be quite frank with you, you have the opportunity to speak directly with them, not to their staff members or anything. You can speak directly to them. And in fact, not only that, they will give you the time to do that. Their time is extremely valuable. So if you were watching this, they will have links where you can actually book a time to talk directly to them. And that's what I'm suggesting you do. Each and every one of these people knows people that you haven't got a clue about. Each and every one of these people has connections and opportunities you never even thought about before. Each one of these people can actually help you, even though you don't think that at the moment. And one other thing, nobody can do it on their own. Everybody needs help. So for those
This
who
is
are
true.
watching this replay, I could not recommend more strongly to reach out to the people in this group. There's a huge amount of experience here, but more importantly, there's a huge amount of heart and passion and integrity and belief structures. And I think this is an important opportunity for you to reach out to these people and find out what it's all about, the reality of things. All right? They will say it as it is. Whether you like it or not, they'll tell you the truth. So with that in mind, for those who are watching the replay and for those who are here now, I'd like them to introduce themselves so you can get a bit of an idea of who they are. But remember, again, I'm repeating to those who are watching this replay, it doesn't matter what they actually are doing. It's really is who they are. Okay? Who they are. And that's the most important thing. Their particular speciality is just one aspect of their life. They have a whole lot of opportunities for you if you spend the time to click a link they've got underneath this video and book a time to go and talk with them. That's what I'm suggesting you do. So they're going to introduce themselves to you now, and we'll start with Mark. We'll start with you, Mark Newsome.
My goodness.
followed by John Allen.
My name is Mark Newsome. I go by the moniker of Mr. Marketing. What I specialize in is helping small business owners, no, excuse me, non-franchise small business owners and service providers basically monetize assets and resources that they consider dead or drastically underutilized. And we basically kind of do an audit, like I'm sure some of you do, and we look for the gaps. They have stuff that works, they have stuff that doesn't work, and we try to take the stuff that works and leverage it even more and take the stuff that didn't work and show them how it could be monetized in ways they probably hadn't thought of.
Thank you. Thank you. One question to you, Mark, before we move on to John. When you talk about non-franchise, what do you mean?
In other words, they don't have the corporate people over their neck, standing over them saying, you can't do this, you can't do that. They're independently owned and they can make their own decisions. Thank goodness.
Right. Okay. So they have the power to make a decision.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you. I just want to clarify that. John Allen, followed by Christine.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on where in this big world you are. I'm John D. Allen Small Business Coaching. I specialize in working with financial advisors, insurance agents, and coaches, teaching them how to create more trust so they can get their clients to do business with them, stay with them longer, put more business on their books, have more time and financial freedom. If that's of interest to you, reach out. I'll be happy to talk to you. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you, John, very much indeed. Christine, followed by Vangelis.
Thanks, Peter. Hi, everyone. I'm Christine Best, and I'm a singer-songwriter and a wellness strategist. I love to inspire you through the lyrics of my songs and empower you to be the master of your wellness journey. So if you're interested in the trajectory of your wellness, now is the time to do something about it, because life gives you bad habits and behaviors. You don't know you've got them. They're habits. They're automatic. And chronic disease doesn't happen overnight. It happens over a very long period of time. And it comes from those bad habits. And I help you get rid of those, establish healthy ones, so that you can get to where you want to be in the future.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vangelis, followed by Mary Stanley.
Hello, everyone. Vangelis. I'm calling from Costa Rica. I am a business consultant with expertise in optimizing company performance by addressing both business challenges and hidden mindset barriers that sabotage productivity. And the reason I do this is because most traditional tools, they deal with surface level issues, but I specialize in uncovering deeper root causes like sabotaging tendencies that training alone does not remedy. So this is ideal for executives and managers seeking impactful solutions beyond conventional methods. And my approach delivers different types of techniques and expertise along with mindset transformation. That's what I do. Thank you.
Thank you, Vangelis. Could you move your microphone a fraction closer
Okay.
so we can hear your dulcet tones? Okay. Thank you. All right. Mary Stanley, lovely to see you again, followed by Pat.
Great to be here again. So are you a parent, caregiver, or professional feeling lost in the maze of neurodiversity or trauma? You try everything and it feels like every path leads to another dead end. Frustration builds, exhaustion sets in, and you wonder if there's any way forward, or is this as good as it's going to get? I'm Mary Stanley, and I know the feeling all too well. As a mother of 2 autistic children, I have faced overwhelming challenges, from extreme meltdowns to emotional turmoil and the heartbreak of feeling stuck. My son David had meltdowns so severe he used to bang his head on walls, hit when he'd bite. My daughter cried endlessly and refused to wear clothes. Frustration, helplessness were almost too much to bear. But I didn't give up. Through my journey, I've discovered personalized natural techniques rooted in NLP, timeline therapy, and positive psychology. These approaches help navigate challenges, heal emotional traumas, break free from limiting labels. And that's why I've created Supportive Minds to help families like yours. I work with neurodiverse families, individuals, and veterans to overcome the challenges from autism to ADHD to trauma, empowering them to unlock their full potential. The truth is, traditional approaches often fail to address the unique complexities of these struggles. In Support Minds, we break challenges into manageable pieces, reframe limiting beliefs, and build on strengths to create real, lasting change. The first step is accepting your loved ones as who they are and not label them that they've been given. So if you're ready to break free from the maze, let's take this journey together.
Right, Mary.
Thank you, Mary. Two autistic children. That's a start of a challenge, but if you've ever heard it. Okay, Patrick Dwyer, followed by our gentle giant, Brian McNeil.
That's a hard one to follow. Such a strong lady.
Right.
Boy, is she doing good work, huh?
Fantastic
Hey.
work.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, I'm Pat Dreyer, and I'm in Phoenix, Arizona here. We just turned our heaters on today. But very simply, I show people how to make money. Now, I've always marketed network marketing as a business opportunity, showing people how to build a business as a consumer versus selling products. Well, now we have a product that is changing my views on marketing for now. So we'll see how that works out. But it's a product that allows you to trade investments where you don't have to be an expert and you don't have to have a bankroll. So we enable the newest beginner to leverage other people's trades with other people's money using tap to trade option on your phone. So if you want to learn more about how this is going to work for you, just connect with me. My details are in the messages here, or you can just go to patdryer.com. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Pat. I love the money. I wonder who you're talking about there.
Yeah, my buddy Brian. Money.
Yeah.
More money.
Before we get to you, Brian, lovely to see you, Glenda. We've been thinking about you, and I hope you got all our love and prayers. God bless you. Okay. Thank you. Brian K. McNeil, then followed by Glenda.
Good morning, everyone. I'm always impressed with the aggregate talent in this circle here this morning. Found it really interesting, Peter's intro today, when he asked to talk about, and he highlighted who we are and not just what we do. I am Brian K. McNeil, and I am the sales confidence coach, because there are amazing people in our industries and in our world that do offer services that help others. But sadly, a lot of them do not earn the money that they could or that they should. And very often they don't earn that money simply because they do not know how to sell it well. My life's ministry is to teach these people what to say and what to do so that they can sell themselves, which they often forget, and their services better than they ever have before, so that they earn more money than ever before. And I do it through my coaching, my workshops, my talks from my platform, or my books, and I've actually written 7 of them. I want to say, I didn't misspeak when I said my ministry is to helping people to sell themselves and their services better. I'm always so proud and excited when I see Peter hold up one of my books, my latest book. Pat Dreyer, I know, has at least 2 of them. Okay, I know John D. Allen has my book as well. I can't even tell you guys. Sister Glenda has my book as well. Sent me a beautiful picture with my book. It makes my heart sing, because you guys are amazing, and if you be willing to invest some of the pennies of your purse and put it into your mind with my works, makes my heart happy. Okay, and that's what we got to do. I'm excited about getting to the portion where we talk about takeaways from the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian, very much indeed. Glenda Kroll.
Thank you very much. And I just want to, first of all, thank everybody for their prayers. My journey is not over yet, but there's at least the sun is starting to shine, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. Um, so, hi, for anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Glenda Kroll, and I'm coming you from Toronto, Canada. And, what I do is I help people to move their life forward, and especially women at a certain point in life, at this wonderful stage in life where I am right now. I'm 65 years young and so proud where I am and for what all the things that I have accomplished through my life. And that there is sunshine for wherever you are, for whatever you're going through, because if I have made it and have built up so many different parts of my life and built my wealth through real estate and built my mind through constantly learning, I want to help you and empower you too. And through the last 2 weeks, as I spent the last 2 weeks, and we'll go into this more in the hospital, I thought to myself, my life isn't just about helping women make it through into the next part of their life and reinventing themselves. It's really about who I am and for what I do, because I have done it all my life and I don't never even think about it. It's empowering you to move forward, to step ahead, to empower yourself, to know that you can do whatever you need to do in your life and to build yourself stronger. If I can do this in my life and build myself and get things that most people think are impossible to do, by helping others, by mostly shining upon and building light and beauty to others, then you can do it too. We'll talk more about it when we get into the gist of things. But thank you so very much. I will put my details in the chat as well. God bless you all.
God bless you too, Glenda. Thank you very much. And Mark, make sure you reach out to Glenda. She is one hell of a woman. Okay.
All right.
And Glenda, I've known Mark for too many years, right?
A long time.
10 to 15 years. So he's a good man. So thank you. Brenda, lovely to see you.
I made it.
You did make it. And guess what? You're on the stage right now. Over to you.
Are we just doing our introductions right now, Peter?
Yes, we are. Just doing.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm Brenda Marie Sheldrake. I'm in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, and I am the Biz Leads expert. I help busy entrepreneurs generate more qualified leads for their business through relationship building. And right now I have a course that's going to be launching in January on turning your LinkedIn into a lead generating machine that produces warm referrals and introductions on autopilot.
This.
That sounds pretty good. And I can see you got Mark Newsome's attention right away. Okay, thank you very much, Brenda. Before we go into the topic itself, we've got some apologies, and one in particular, Yvonne Jones, who's always been a wonderful supporter. Yvonne is not very well, so if you get a chance just to drop her a quick message of love and care, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. Okay. Joy Healy apologises, Mark Engstar, and Janet Pacelli. Janet Pacelli was also not feeling very well either. So they are the 4 apologies I've got. Okay, now here's our topic. And for those who are watching the replay, listen carefully to what these people have to say here, because what they got out of 2024 is a learning curve for you. Wherever you are in your business, hear what they have to say, and then reach out to every single one of them, because they're all coming from a different place with a different opportunity, a different perspective, and the key issue for you is to optimize the opportunity right now. We should be charging you for this, but you're getting it for free. So don't miss out on the opportunity. Biggest takeaways of 2024. So for those who'd like to contribute to that, if you just see the raise hand thing at the bottom of the screen there, or raise your hand and I'll take you in the order. My goodness gracious, Alan, you're quick. I'll take you in the order that the hands are raised. Okay. All right. Over to you, John. Biggest takeaways of 2024 for John D. Allen.
One of the biggest things that I learned this year was to fall in love with your prospect's problem, not your solution or program, because everybody goes in there to hear one little snippet of a problem. They could give the best presentation you ever heard, only to hear, I'll think about it or I'll call you. And you and I both know the results of, and the results of that happen are slim and none, and Slim's out of town. So if you're waiting for your prospects to call you, it's not going to happen. But when you fall in love with your prospect's problem, what happens is they trust you. People don't buy when they understand you. They buy when they feel understood. So if you're humble, you're going in there with no intention to sell. You know, all you want to do is see if they've got a problem you can help them with. They may or may not. So
Whoops. I think he's frozen in the snow. Are you there, John?
He's
You
about to
might come
really
back.
drop something. I'm sure
The
he's about to drop
diagnose.
something amazing.
There he
There
is.
you
We
are.
lost you for a
You were-
moment, John. We thought you were frozen in the snow.
I likely was. But basically, you know, if you go to a doctor and he writes a prescription before,
He's gone. We'll come back. Are you there, John? Houston, are you there? Okay, we'll come back to you. Oh, here you are. You keep disappearing on us. You freeze, but you don't freeze with a smile on your face. Next time, have a smile on your face. Come on. So, repeat the last 1 minute of what you said because we didn't get it.
We had you at the doctor's prescription.
you
Yeah.
know, take the time to diagnose the person's problem. Do a deep dive. Find out what their real problem is. When you know what the real problem is, then you can decide if you can help them or not. That's the whole key. Fall in love with their real problem.
Right. Gotcha. Thank you, John. Good. We'll come back to that. Mary, 2024, biggest takeaways of this year to Mary Stanley.
The biggest takeaway of 2024 is being okay with not being okay. And this is in your personal life, this is in your business life, this is working with clients. When they're not okay and you're working through helping them not to be okay, pacifying them and doing what making them feel better doesn't come to with breakthroughs. That just makes them you a crutch for them to hold on to. And it's the same thing in your personal life. When crap hits the fan and you're trying to control everything and put out that persona of everything is perfect in your life, even though it's not, your customers can see that 100%. And you're not following through with what everyone thinks that you should or what we should be. So when you're open and honest, you know, bad things happen. Crap hits the fan. Happens in my world every day.
Mm.
When you start to portray a little bit of that and put that out there, people understand what they're going through because you live that world the same as everybody else's. Nobody's perfect. So it's always better to be honest and upfront and also at the same time being okay with your clients not being okay.
Good. Good.
And owning
Thank
yourself.
you. Good. Thank you. Brian K. McNeil.
What a dynamic year this was for me. My latest book has been really, really exciting. I'm really, really happy about it. But what I'm going to say is my biggest takeaway is that it's very easy to be disappointed in ourselves. It's very easy to find places where we wish we had done better or we didn't hit the mark the way we want to, and it's habitual. that people do that. We find places where we wish we had done better, no matter how accomplished it is, no matter how high a mountain we climb or how much money we make. It's still easy to be disappointed. And what I've learned is it takes about the same amount of energy, but you have to add a little bit of discipline to be proud of yourself, to be excited about yourself, to feel good about what you've done. And I believe with the discipline to break that paradigm of looking for places where we were disappointed, we can find places that we were excited and happy, which spurs us to higher heights and brings us better quality of people. That's one of the things I got. By me being happy with what I am doing and in the moment, better people come into my world because they're attracted to the proper heat. So the same energy I would advise or admonish anyone whenever you catch yourself not feeling excited about where you currently are, remind yourself it takes no more energy to look for and find the good about where you currently are.
Said, Ron. Well said. Thank you very much.
Well said.
Very insightful. Very insightful. Christine.
Yeah, this year has been a pretty amazing year, and I would probably use the word achievement as a description. I completed a year of my MBA and added to my NLP master qualifications by doing life coaching and shadow work certification. So it's been a very big year, as well as developing my business, which I established the year before. And going back 20 odd years ago, I closed the business on a 20-year business because life happened. And when I closed the doors on that business, I didn't think I was ever going to achieve the goals that I wanted to at that time. But music brought me back into wellness when I started music a few years ago, and at the ripe old age of 63, 7 years on, I'm still doing music, and I've set up my wellness business again, knowing that I'm on my right path, knowing that I can achieve those goals that I had all those years ago. So the year to come I see as being expansion for me, of what I'm capable of doing, expansion of what I didn't ever think I was going to achieve. I'll finish, I guess, the second year of my MBA and take my business where I want it to go so I can help lots and lots of people. I've got big goals and I want to achieve them. And yeah, I mean, we battle with negative thoughts at times, and I'm not immune to that, but I am a very positive person and I turn them into positives. And that's what I want to inspire people to do, is to pursue the dreams of their heart and follow their soul's purpose. And I want to smash some stereotypes along the way that once you're 70, life doesn't stop. You're not past your use by date. It's a new chapter, and you have so much knowledge, life experience to share with people. And so, go for it, and don't just sit on the lounge and waste away and die because you've got no goal. I mean, I want people to excel in their life and feel useful for their entire life. And I want to be an example of that. And yeah.
Thank you.
That's me.
Thank you. Thank you. By the way, Christine runs a regular wellness program, and I would recommend next time you're going to run one, make sure that you promote it within this group here, Christine, okay? Because I'm sure some people here may be interested in working with you and helping you and sharing with you. And works both ways, so bear in mind, okay?
Thank you, Peter.
Glenda, so it really is a pleasure to see you, okay? I'm saying that, I'm not trying to blow any smoke at you. I'm just telling you from my heart. We're all thinking about you, and I think you're an extremely brave woman, and I just want to say thank you for making the effort to join us, because right now things are tough in your life.
So we're going to talk about that for a moment. The last 2
Yeah.
weeks, first of all, 2024 was probably one of my hardest years of my life. I say one of them because there's been so many times. For the past 30 years, I've been a very active advocate for my family. I have two brothers with special needs, which are getting older now, whom are getting older now. And one in particular, through the last 2 weeks, I basically have lived in a hospital because I'm there to always support my brother, who has not a lot of communication skills. He understands, but he doesn't vocalize what he has. And I'm a mama bear. But most importantly, I'm there to always to advocate for my family. And it's been like that through all the years. But the last 2 weeks really gave me time to sit back and really think as I sat through the hours of waiting for doctors and waiting for things to happen. And it's just really so easy for all of us to step back into our lives and feel sorry for ourselves, become the victim of what has happened to me, what has affected me, what are the things that have really knocked me down. Instead, I implore you to step back. And what I did was being so grateful by each person that I came in contact for, to make sure to tell them how grateful I was for the service that I got, for the attention that I received, for the kindness that they gave. And what I got was further kindness. More people came to me. More people that I was just touched with actually came back to touch my life in more ways than it was crazily, unexpectedly given. So I implore you, no matter what goes on, because from every bad, great comes from it. I sit back now and I have more people trying to help me. My brother, there's more obstacles that are still going through the way. Yes, it's been a tough year, but crazy enough, I still made money this year. I still received so many glorious things that have hit my life. And most importantly, for me, it's getting a smile on my brother's face to know that he is just doing well. Doing well is more than I expected. At the beginning of the week, I was planning a funeral. Now, he's got a second chance. And why? Because when I said to him on Thursday, when they were looking to discharge him on Friday, Mike, we're going home. Are you excited about going home? And he said, no, I like it here. And I said, what do you mean? Is it the nurses who have been so kind? And he said, no, because you've been here all the time with me. And what does that do for my heart? Is just to say that we just all have to learn that if we just give a little about ourselves, stop looking about what is everything going to do for me, just be grateful. What can you do for somebody else? That's really what it's all about. Thank you so much.
Boy, oh boy. I tell you, Glenda, when you understand gratitude for what it really is, this is it. You are it.
I thank you very much. I
true.
am so grateful for the learnings, for everything that I've been touched with in my life. And most importantly, God gave me my brothers for a reason. And the reason is they bring out the best in me. And if I didn't have them, my brother Michael has been my greatest teacher throughout my life. And I am so grateful that I have them because, like I said, that smile that I get is worth $1 million to me.
No doubt.
Good. Beautiful. Support what you said 100%, Pat. Well done. Well done. Thank you. What about you, Pat? Your biggest takeaways of 2024?
Well, I think everybody's really on the same track with this one, but what I really wanted to start in with was different what we're going into here. But give me just a second here. Glenda got me off track with kinda. Come back to me, Peter. I'll get it back.
I will. And I understand exactly where you're coming from because she got to me exactly the same way.
Well, my thoughts are gone. Yeah.
I know. I mean, we love you, Glenda. Mark, what about you, my man?
Well, I'm going to be short and sweet, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm loving to take in all this information. But I want to start with a quote, and I'm going to try to tie it together. I think, don't quote me, but I think this is Ralph Waldo Emerson who said, "What lies before us and what lies behind us is insignificant to what lies within us." And the reason why I'm sharing that quote is because at the beginning of this year, I kind of went all in on what I'm calling power networking. Now, here I am at the end of the year, and look at me. I'm immersed in all of this fabulous talent. So I know for a fact, and Brian, I know you can relate to this. Every time you collaborate, you grow. Do you realize there are 11 of us on this talk? And I like to say, we say 25 and 30. The 25 meaning all of us know at least 25 other individuals. There may be some overlap, but for the most part, that's 275 more people. Look at that impact. So the short of what I'm saying is my takeaway for 24 has been the value you get when you power network. So that's become my new mantra. Get connected to the people who are connected, who can lead you to the people you're trying to get to. So I thank this group because I guarantee you when I go back and listen to this the third and fourth time, new ideas will be sparked. And Christine, you touched on something when you said, you get a certain age and you don't feel like, your best days are past you. That's exactly what I try to teach small business owners. Hey, you have assets and resources, just you got to shift the way you think about them. You say, oh, that little thing over there or that person over there, that has value to somebody. Don't ever, ever forget that or underestimate that.
Well said, Mark. Well said.
All right, Peter.
Vangelis. Oh, okay. You're right now, Pat?
Yeah, well, it all
Okay.
it all came back here, but it's like everybody was saying, it's all about change, and as long as we accept change is inevitable, and that the worst thing in the world is this is how we've done it all the time. It's like, oh, stop it! I hate to hear that, but change is inevitable. Everybody's legs have been taken out this year. Everybody's legs, one way or another, and as long as you accept
What did
it
you
for
say,
what it
Pat?
is.
Say that like one more time.
I said everybody's legs have been taken out some way, somehow, at different levels, of course. But it's happened, everybody. But some of us will dwell in it. Some of us will take it for what it is, be grateful for what it is, and make it go forward. Uh, I have so many people that have been with me for 5, 6 years that have done absolutely nothing. When they finally figured out that the distractions are what they're focusing on, as opposed to focusing on what they really want, all of a sudden the change comes through, and the old butterfly takes off. So yeah, change is inevitable. You got to find people that are just wanting to change, but you got to love them where they're at until they realize that the distractions are theirs. And it's been fun year. It's been a really good year. I've enjoyed every bit of it. As I've always said, I love this because we're talking to people all around the world that have the same thoughts, same mindset. They want to get better. They want to help people get better. And it's funny when you think about that, because when you're growing up, you're going, well, that country's crazy. This one over here, and you just realize that people are people. They all want the same thing. They just don't know how to go about it. we've all kind of figured out how to make it work for us, and we're teaching others how to do it. And I just love that.
Good. Thank you, Pat. Thank you very much. Vangelis, followed by Brenda.
I think we're always in a transitioning period, always learning new things. And a lot of times I've been, if you could think of it, remodeling a room or whatever. And I guess this year, it kind of started last year. It wasn't just a remodeling of a room, it was remodeling of my entire foundations of things that I have lived my life on. And you could call it like a paradigm shift, where people try to make a better mousetrap. I remember a guy came into when I used to work at IBM, and he put us in groups of 5. I think there were like 4 or 5 groups, and I don't remember exactly what he had us do, but he gave us these sponge balls and he said, okay, I want you guys to do this between the 5 of you. And every group, I want you to call out how long it takes you to do this activity. And I think we started with 31 seconds, and then someone said 30 seconds, and then another one said 29 seconds. And finally, after a while, I said, well, what's the record? He said 6. And we all looked at each other, realizing we're trying to improve what we have been doing. That's not going to get us to 6 seconds. So evidently, whoever got that did it a completely different way. And that's kind of what I've been going through. Whereas most of the years it was 30 seconds, 29 and a half, 29 and 1/4. This is like, I'm down to 5 seconds now. So it's a transitioning period where it's changing foundations, changing a lot of things. And what I'm realizing as I'm starting to begin to recognize me, just, when I say, I gotta find myself, I think that's really a lot more of what's been happening with me, is finding my voice, finding me, recognizing me, not realizing I don't have to work so hard anymore. I was always so active and busy all the time, and the more I'm pulling back, the more I'm getting done. And it's just that I have to start trusting in myself, because I really never did. I trusted in everybody else around me. Okay, give me some advice, and people will say, the way you got to do this, and I'm thinking, it just doesn't set with me anymore. This started happening about 3 years ago, where people were saying things, and I thought, why am I resisting? It wasn't that I was resisting. It was that my soul was saying, there's a different path. And that's been the biggest transition for me, is to be faithful to me, because I was faithful to everybody else around me and not to me. So that's a change for me. And part of the way that I show my appreciation and my gratitude is to recognize what's happening. And because I think a lot of times, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. But just the fact that I recognize, oh, this is what's happening, that to me, it was like my soul was saying, that is you appreciating what's going on. Okay.
Good point.
So for me to feel okay doing it the way that I do it has never been okay. And I think that's a huge change for me, is that I'm okay doing it my way, like the song. So
I want to just highlight, I had a one-on-one with Vangelis this past week, and it was wonderful. I enjoyed talking to him very much. We both found some synergy. So good job.
Yes, I enjoyed my time too with Brian. I appreciate it very much.
I enjoy the fact that you did that, Brian. I think whenever you meet with other people in the group, please give them a shout out. I think it's extremely important. Everybody likes to be acknowledged. Everybody likes to be appreciated. So I did appreciate what you just did. Thank you very much indeed. And the more we do that next year, the better. In fact, I think we should introduce it into our weekly program, where you give a shout out to those people you spoke with within the group. We should do that, I think, and share what you found from talking to them, which in a way is a naughty way of me saying, oh, I'm trying to hold you accountable to make sure you reach out to each other on a regular basis and talk to each other. Brenda Sheldrake, talk to me. Share with me your biggest takeaway.
I think that there are so many this year, but I need to show gratitude for some of the things that I heard today first. Brian, your message about being okay with where we are is something that's so important to me to hear, because I took 2 years to launch the course that I told you I just launched. And the reason I didn't launch it was because to me, it wasn't good enough. To me, it wasn't ready. To me, it wasn't right. And this year I just said, to heck with it. It is what it is, and I'm going to start it. And I started it, and the way that I made it okay for myself, this is just a tip for anybody who is struggling with launching something like a course. The way that I did it was I offered it to some people at a very reduced rate, said, we're going to do it 1-to-1, and you're going to be my guinea pigs where I'm going to find out what's missing and what needs to be fixed. So I acknowledged to them that I wasn't positive it was perfect, but that it was what it was, that I knew they would get value from it, and that we would both learn together. And people signed up for it, and I did it on a 1-to-1 basis, and it allowed me to get to where I am now, where I have the confidence to offer the group course and to offer it at a closer to proper price. So thank you so much, Brian, because that message is so important for me to remember on a regular basis. And then Glenda, when you were sharing, you totally, I think you touched everybody's heart in the room, but you totally touched my heart. It took me back to the first year that I came into this group, when I was struggling with trying to come to terms with the fact that my dad wasn't going to make it, that he wasn't going to be here for another year, that we wouldn't have another Christmas, that we wouldn't have another. And this time of year is particularly delicate for me because we were realizing it at this time. But so one of the realizations is nothing matters more than family. Some days I get caught up in that. Thank you for reminding me of that again. Thank you for reminding me today that nothing matters more than family. That because I can get caught in, I've got to get to the meeting, I've got to do the call, I've got to sell the thing, I've got to make the money, because then everything's going to be okay. But if I don't have those people who mean the most to me, if I sacrifice that precious 5 minutes that maybe I won't ever get again, then the money won't mean anything at all. So I'm so grateful to you for what I heard you say today. And I think finally, one of the I'm kind of struggling with saying this. I have to acknowledge it. I'm struggling with saying this because I think it sounds arrogant. But one of the things that I had to realize this year was that I know stuff. I negate my stuff. I devalue my stuff. I say, I'm only talking to you. Right now, I say, I'm only talking to you. It's only me talking. And then someone will say to me, wow, that was so good, or that had so much value, or it had so much meaning. And I shake my head at the end of it and I go, but I was only talking to you. What you think is only talking can make the total difference. Every one of you, when you're talking, you make a difference. And you could be the difference. For some entrepreneur who's listening to this, you could be the difference between them staying in business another day or giving up on their dream. So if you think it's only talking, keep only talking. And I'm talking to myself when I say this, remember, it has value and worth. And we all have value and worth. I think that's the main stuff for this year, Peter.
It's interesting when you talk about procrastination. I remember a funny but serious quote, something along the lines of, I know I'm a man. And when I say I'm going to do things, I do it. You don't have to remind me every 6 months. So think about that. So thank you. To finish off, anybody, we've got a few minutes left. I know, Brian, you've got to shoot through pretty soon because of your podcast. Any last thoughts from people here in terms of your biggest takeaways?
Yeah,
My biggest takeaway, by the way, is the fact that I need to look after me more than anybody else, and I've failed at that badly, to be quite frank with you. So
No.
now, any
I
thoughts
just
about
like
any
that.
other?
I just like that. Mark and I had a really great call yesterday. I really recommend that every one of you reach out and talk to him because you'll get a lot out of the conversation. Thanks, Mark.
Likewise, bud. Brian, you're next on the radar, buddy. That week has just been so crazy.
Christine, you got your hand up.
Yeah, I did. I just wanted to say that, you know, Peter's been a really good friend to me, and there are other people that have helped me along my journey, and you can't do it on your own. And we all need mentors in our life, people helping us, and we need to accept that help because sometimes people don't want to accept it. And, you know, we'll get our turn to help someone else down the track. So, yeah, it's really good,
Awesome.
you know,
Thank you,
that people
Christine.
want to help us.
Okay, thank you. As a reminder to everybody, could you please make sure you save the chat for yourselves? There's 3 little dots there in the chat area. Can you all find it? You can just click and save those. And yes, I'll make sure, Pat, I upgrade what you want. Understand that. I heard it very loud and clear in your presentation tonight. So thank you. Anything else before we go? One last call.
Peter, I'd like to say something.
Sure, Mark.
Let's all remember that this ending is the springboard for our new beginning.
I love that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And I'd like to say a
Well
quick
done.
thank you to John Allen. He's taken so much time with me. I was so thrilled because I got to meet him in person. We got to have an afternoon together. He drew me his diagrams and he taught me so much. And John, it's not done. I want to work with you more. I want to get together with you more. And we have to keep doing what we were doing. Because I miss spending time with you.
Thank you. Let's book a
Thank you,
time on
Brenda.
the calendar and we'll talk.
Also, Brenda, I'm in Toronto, so we can actually meet up in person too.
There you go.
So
Love that. Yeah. And I also
None of
had
you
a
are anywhere near a Thai village.
It might
I
take
had
a few.
I had a very long conversation with Vangelis, and it was the most beautiful time that I have spent in a long time. And what an incredible man. So for any of you that haven't had that time to have, just, you know, for all of us, I'm hoping that this new year we can all come together and share our own wealth with each other, because it can make a difference in each other's lives.
I had
That
a
was wonderful for me too, Glenn. I
Vangelis
appreciate
too.
it. Thank you.
I enjoyed my
And
time
I
chatting
hope
with
he
you
doesn't
too.
mind Vangelis mentioned to me what a fantastic conversation it was. Sorry, Brenda, sorry I interrupted you. Did you say something?
No, I said something. I was saying that I had a one-to-one with Vangelis as well, and we had an awesome chat. It was really cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
we both have a music thing together too, so that was excellent. Thank you, Christine.
And Peter, I need to
Okay.
run, but it's the holiday season. Enjoy the time with family and friends, and we'll see you next year, everybody. I do have to run though.
Okay, and thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you, Patrick,
Yep.
very much indeed. God,
Thanks, Peter.
Pat,
Thanks,
should I say.
everyone.
We'll see y'all.
God bless you all.
Yep.
Merry Christmas to all of you, and
Well.
many blessings for Thailand. Okay, take care.
Safety and wellness.
Yep.
Wishing you. Bye.